Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear?
Well, let that lonely feeling wash away.
See is
Take it as a
light.
reason to believe you'll be
Good morning, everyone. I wanted to welcome everyone to the first ever outdoor moving on ceremony here in the 99-year history of the Ottoson Middle School. So I do hope there are some small silver linings that we're able to find over the last year, and I'm hoping this is one of them. It's a lot nicer to be outside, I think, today than in the gymnasium where it's hard to hear and it's usually pretty hot. So I think we've probably picked a very nice day to have a moving on ceremony for our 8th grade students. This year I've been reminded how important it is not to take things for granted. And so I wanted to take a brief moment to give some thank yous to some people. First of all, I'd like to thank the staff. I know this year was not easy. For many of us, we felt like first-year educators, but I really appreciate the effort, the dedication, and the energy you showed to our students. To the staff, thank you very much. I'd like to acknowledge a couple teachers who are retiring. First of all, Linda Lamb, could you please stand up? Linda is a special educator here with the Air Learning Community, and she is retiring at the end of the year. It must be a heck of a last year to go out with. Greg Kandakis is also retiring. Greg is a longtime music teacher that was here at the middle school. He was also involved in a lot of extracurricular activities, especially with the music program at the high school. He will be sorely missed. He has decided to not return as well, so we will miss Greg as well. There's also a longtime custodian, Patty Lagoyne, and Patty was always someone you would see in the hall, smiling, upbeat, enthusiastic. We will also miss having her in the building. I would like to congratulate Stephanie Greiner, who has been the special education coordinator both here at the Gibbs for the last 5 years. She has recently accepted the assistant principal's role at the Gibbs, so we will see her, but just not as often. I would like to thank the school nurses, both Sarah and Ashley, for keeping us safe this year. I would like to thank the secretaries for keeping us organized. I'd like to thank the custodians who kept the building clean night after night. Thank you. To the assistant principal, I am very fortunate to have 3 administrators who are very talented. Julia McEwen is the new 8th grade assistant principal. Rochelle Rubino is the 7th grade assistant principal. And Maureen Murphy, who helped us out as the assistant principal this year with the remote academy. I am truly grateful for all their work for both the students and families this year. I wanted to thank one remote teacher in particular. Susan Stewart was someone this year who designed the schedule. I worked very close with. It was always someone that I could go to if I had questions about the remote academy. Susan, you've been an absolute pillar, and I can't thank you for all the work you've done with our children. I wanted to thank Dr. Bodie and Dr. McNeil for all their support this year. I especially want to wish Dr. Bodie a well-deserved retirement. She was still texting with me at 8:00 p.m. last night. She's still putting in 12 to 14-hour days, even though she has a week left. And I just admire what she does for the town of Arlington, the families, and for the students. Before I forget, I definitely need to thank the Go PTO and just explain the end of the ceremony, because I'm worried that I will forget if I leave it to the end. I wanted to thank a lot of the volunteers for help setting up the chairs, doing the decorations. They also have ice cream and a small gift afterwards. So at the end of the ceremonies, students, when you depart, you can walk down to the lower fields. They'll have an ice cream treat. They'll have a gift for you. And parents, if you want to meet your children down at the lower fields to either take pictures or wish them well, if you just want to leave them, that's fine too. And by the way, this will be replayed. It is being filmed for ACMi. So if you watch your local cable and want to replay this, it will be on local access cable. To the parents and guardians, we understand this was a challenging year, to say the least. We appreciate your flexibility, your patience, and your support. I know your homes were turned into classrooms. I know that if you have multiple children, they probably got sick of each other this year. And I also understand that there were things that you were asked to and to figure out that usually was not something as a parent that you needed to do. We really appreciate everything you did. We know that there are times that your child might have missed out on a favorite activity or an opportunity to be with their friends. But our real hope is that the children before us who will be going on to high school real quickly, like in a couple months, have become more independent and will be able to handle adversity a little bit better in the future. So if I could have students give a round of applause for the parents, please. But most of all, I'd like to thank the students. Your middle school experience has been like no other here in Arlington. You started 6th grade by opening up the Gibbs 6th grade school only. You are truly trailblazers in that regards. I didn't know whether to use that line or not. Maybe I should have put that on the cutting floor. Anyhow, the plan was then to come up and be here for 2 years. That, of course, was the plan. However, and things started off pretty well. You started your 7th grade career off like most. You tried to find your way around the kind of maze that is the Ottoson Middle School. You were able to meet with success. You were able to have a normal experience. And that kind of all came into doubt in about January, February. There was this virus that was overseas but still seemed pretty distant. By mid-March, it was here, and we decided to close for 2 weeks. 2 weeks turned into 2 months, and then it turned into the rest of the year. During the summer, we weren't sure. There was a lot of uncertainty in the summer. We weren't sure if students were coming back. We decided that there would be some sort of choice. You could either be fully remote or you could come into a hybrid program. Families made the decision with the best interest of their child. So we started the year and you guys learned things like Google Meets and Zoom and asynchronous assignments and synchronous assignments, things that you had not learned or knew about before. And after a while, we got into a little bit of a routine. It's not what we had ever envisioned for you, but I appreciate your perseverance, your effort, and your hard work. For the students, it depends a little bit about whether you were remote or in person. For people who were in remote, you probably heard your teachers once or twice plead with you to put your cameras on. There were probably other times that they were having asynchronous or synchronous assignments, and I hope that you feel it was a worthwhile 8th grade experience. To the AIR learning community, you learned about the possibility of being quarantined. You understood that you had to put a Q-tip up your nose and circle 5 times to find out if you had some sort of virus. There were all sorts of new learning this year, whether you were remote or whether you were in person. My hope is that you learned that you need to adapt and you need to work hard. In fact, if I can leave you with anything, it's to work hard and work smart. I think it will help you both inside and outside of school. Years ago, I was a basketball coach, and players would come up and say, "How do I improve?" And I said, there's no magic formula. You want to become a better basketball player, you have to practice more. And for most people, that sufficed. But some didn't see the improvement. And so I said, well, then you have to change your drills or your methods. The same thing is going to happen in high school. If you want to succeed in high school and beyond, work hard, study more. It's not a magic formula. And if you're not successful, then change the way you're studying and change your strategies. And I think more than any other 8th grade that has come here in 99 years, you will understand that because you understood this year that if you needed to adapt to do well, and I'm really proud of you as an 8th grade for being able to do that. In closing, to the class of 2021 for Ottoson, but for the class of 2025 for high school, I hope that your summer, that you can connect with friends. I hope you can enjoy a lot of screen-free time. And then most of all, I hope for your high school that you have the most normal high school experience that one possibly can have. It will be extremely well-deserved. To the 8th grade, good luck and best wishes. Thank you. I am going to ask both Julia McEwen, who is the assistant principal for the 8th grade, and also Maureen Murphy to come to the podium, and so that they can award some master awards. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Maureen Murphy. I have been the assistant principal for the remote academy this year at both the Ottoson and the Gibbs, and it's been a pleasure, and I'm happy to see everybody here today. Julia and I are going to read the Master Awards for students. That is all A's for the students in all core classes plus world language for the entire 8th grade year. I'm going to start with Storm. So I'm going to ask if you could please stand when your name is read and just stay standing until they're all done, and if we could hold the applause till all the names are read. Thank you. Anderson Chung. Anna Gonzalez Smith. Zachary Jarash. Isabella Jardine. Mackenzie Keenan. Addison Kim. Sophia LaRusso. Leah Naode. Megan Pryor. Samantha Rao. Isabel Reese Hansen. Layan Rodriguez. Harpreet Singh. Matthew Tuttle. Anthony, I'm going to get this, Anthony. Anthony Uwe. Yeah. I have to thank Ms. Morrow for that. Nathan Wagner. Thomas Wright. Daphne Yeshilalte. Is that right, Daphne, I hope? Okay, congratulations, Storm. Master Awards. Okay, you can please be seated. Next, I will read the Fire Awards, Master Awards. And please stand when your name is called. Melissa Conti. Annika Ghosh. Kaylee Jensen. Claire Johnson. Alexa Kennedy. Isadora Margolis. Amanda Mickelson. Katrina O'Hagan. Neha Oak. Jane Pakras. Emil Shabilsky. Okay. Vanessa Simoneau. Lauren Wagner. Karen Yoda. Milana Zivanovic. And Maya Joe. Congratulations.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. My name's Julia McEwen. I'm the assistant principal for 8th grade, and I'm going to be reading the Master Awards for the AIR students. So just like we did, when you hear your name, please stand, and we'll hold the applause until we've read all of the names. Asahi Adachi, Talia Askenazi, Jin Choi, Olivia Corbett, Adeline Fiorina, Celine Fisher, Lucia Grunko, Luke Headland, Keitaki Pathak, Victoria Rosliakova, Jack Sadowski, Piper Siegel, Eileen Smith, Mia Vaycock, Nora Villarino, Hannah Whiting, Elena Wisniewski, and Catherine Wolfson. You guys can be seated. Thank you. So now we're going to welcome our specialist teachers to give out awards for each of their special subject areas. Polly and Kayla, you guys are up.
Hello. First of all, congratulations to all of our 8th graders. You guys did a tremendous job this year. You've accomplished so much in probably the most difficult school year I hope you ever have. And we saw all of you make beautiful art this year. We really wish we could give everybody an award. There aren't enough to really say how many of you put so much heart and thought into your work. But thank you for coming and making art. Congratulations on that and on everything. We will really miss this class. It's been a treat working with you. So this year's art awards are for those students who push themselves as artists every day in the studio and even on Zoom.
Starting with AIR, we have Sophie Dahl,
Addie Fiorina,
Celine Fisher,
and Kate Wolfson.
and for Storm and Fire, we have Nathan Isaacs,
Anna Gonzalez-Smith,
Isabella Jardine,
and Samantha Rao. Congratulations. And now we have our music department.
Good morning. On behalf of Mr. Smith and Mr. Di Tommaso, I have a few inspirational quotes from this past year in music. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. I'm happy to be here to present some of the Performing Arts Awards for this school year. Look at where you are. Look at where you started. The truth is, this year we celebrate all of you. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? This is the year that your resilience was tested. And if you stand for nothing, what will you fall for? And you probably learned a lot about your human spirit. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame. We are so proud of all of our students and their accomplishments. And when our children tell their story, they'll tell the story of tonight. I'm so proud to award the following excellence in performing arts in general music and chorus. Please stand up when I call your name. Clara Hillian, Isla Solomon, Luke Headland, Cleo Serafini, Ian Broomwell, Josephine Almond, Neha Oak, Sam Agerbach, Elliot Donlin, Kian Zaid, Amanda Mickelson, Milana Zivanovic. Congratulations to the entire Ottoson class of 2021. We're so glad you took your shot. And now our band and orchestra teachers, Miss Way and Miss Demetrio.
Good morning, everybody, and congratulations to all. So, Miss Way, come on up. So, Miss Way and I have had the honor and the privilege of teaching our band and orchestra students since they were in grade 3 for strings and grade 4 for band. We will miss you terribly, but we are looking forward to seeing all the brilliant things that you are going to go on and do. We know you are going to be brilliant because you are, but you're going to be going further places. You're just going to soar. One quote that I always said in every post and in every Zoom class, and I meant it and mean it from the bottom of my heart. You truly are our champions. You are my champions. And I want to thank you for all you are and all you do. So I wish we could give everyone an award because you all deserve it. But the awards for band are Solene Fisher, Daniel Burchick, Maisie Rhines, Elena Wisniewski, Kian Zayed, Nora Valerino, Zachary Jarash, Theo Strauss, Matthew Tuttle, Nathan Wagner, and orchestra.
It's okay, I have to do this every time. I have to say, what a privilege and what an honor. What a fun 6 years I had with many of you orchestra students. During this pandemic year, people often ask me what I miss the most, and my response is, I miss playing music with my students every day. I miss waking up early to come to orchestra to make wonderful music with you. And I also miss when you were in 3rd grade, when we first gotten together, played the first pizzicato in the room, and your precious faces. And I know you have achieved so much on your instrument. I can't wait to hear your contribution on your music to the world. Take that music with you and love of music to make this world a better place. The orchestra award goes to Isabella Jardine, Keitaki Pathak, Lauren Wagner, Evan Chu, Lucia Grunko, Jack Sadowski, Jacob Hampton, Sophia LaRusso. Guys, please stand up. Come on. So I can see you. All right. And Henry Manti. And come on, Henry. Where are you? AJ Louis. And Jin Hyun Choi. Congratulations, all.
And now I'd love to introduce, it's my honor and privilege to introduce our wonderful colleague, Jonathan Q. He was going to, where did he go? There he is. He's going to present the Technology Awards. Mr. Q. Yay.
Congratulations, students. Congratulations, parents. I think I speak for everyone, at least on our side, that we look forward to every day here. Every one of us comes to Ottoson, and we're excited and we're eager to work with the great students that you've given us. As everyone's going to say, it's very hard to pick people out for an award. I came up with a couple. I would like to recognize with the Tech Solution Provider Award, Emerson Popeil, Nathan Wagner, Solene Fisher, and Talia Ashkenazi. I have great hope for our future. Thank you very much. I'd like to introduce Melissa to everyone.
The students receiving this award can be described as kind, intelligent people. The FACS classroom was a better place because of their presence. You could find them attentively paying attention, pausing before leaving the room to check to see that everything was completed, or helping out fellow students. All had a willingness to take on more responsibility than was required, often in the service of others. The simplest way to describe them is to say that they care, whether it be their academics, their peers in school community, or how things were left in the food lab for the next group coming in. Nathaniel Carlson, Alan Cross Donnet, Sophie Graham Green, Callie Jensen, Sasha Keys, Trisha Carr, Kyle Jolly, Lauren Wagner, and Karen Yoda. Congratulations. Presenting next will be the Physical Education Department.
This just in from Paula Demetrio that Andy Chung should be recognized. You weren't forgotten, man. You're just a little bit late. So on the behalf of the Phys Ed department, the two other teachers were here in the previous recognition, Kevin Cummings and Maureen Nee. Myself, Matt Cooney, or Mr. Cooney, and Kate Miller, Miss Miller, are here to represent the awards for Phys Ed this year. I was remote the entire year, so all of my students are from the remote academy and the fire and storm cluster. So if you could stand to be recognized, we'd appreciate that. You deserve it. Zachary Jarash, Udo Sonnen. Stand up, man. Just stand there. Embrace this. Karen Yoda and Milana Zavanovic. Thank you.
All right, and from the Air Learning community, we have Nora Valerino, Hannah Whiting, Jack Moyer, and Nicholas Ferrara. Good job, guys. Great year. And then next up, I believe we have the world languages.
Good morning. Congratulations to all students, but I also want to say congratulate parents because I have a 3 years old and I know how much effort you put into this process. And before I announce the student's name, I just want to make a quick announcement for Chinese students only. 今天吕老师带了很多好吃的东西，所以等一下请来中文的教室303来吃好吃的东西。好 so first, Miss Nicola's French class. Victoria Andrade? It's okay, I'm just as nervous as you are. Next one, Kaylee Jensen. And next one, Melissa Conti. All right, next one, Karen Yoda. Next one, Zach Garash. Okay, thank you. And next one, Keitaki Pathak. All right. And next one, Celine Fisher. Next one, Elena Wisniewski. Oh, man. Okay, thank you. Next one, Isabella Jardine. Okay, next, my students. Andy Chen. Okay, next one, Matthew Tado. Next one, Eddie Fiorina. There we go. Next one, Ginny Choi. 你好, Jin. Next one, Maya Sheldon. 你好, Maya. Next one, Henry Menti. 你好, Henry. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Minard. I've had the privilege and honor of working with some Spanish students remotely this year, but today I'm going to read the Excellence in Spanish Awards for not only my classes, but Miss Sermonati and Miss Block's 8th grade Spanish classes. But again, I wanted to say thank you to all of the 8th graders this year. It really has been a privilege to work with you, and you've done outstanding work. For Excellence in Spanish awards, they are given to students who have been top performers in their class, consistently demonstrating outstanding communication skills in reading, writing, listening, and speaking in the target language. They have participated actively in class throughout the year and shown consistent effort in their work. So Adarsha Dangle, Storm Community, Liliana Lowe from the Fire Community, Megan Pryor, Storm, Samantha Rao, and I like to call him Ahota, but Anthony Uy. Miss Sermonati's class, Annabelle McParland, Giselle Paus from the Air Community, Hannah Whiting, also from Air Community, Lucia Grunko, Lizzie Hink, and Eileen Smith. Congratulations to everybody.
So now we're going to do the recognition awards, or the moving on certificates. What is going to happen next is the Storm Learning Community teachers are going to come up. They are going to hand out the awards and read the names. The students will be going up through the center aisle and then peeling back towards their seats. So if you do want to take a picture of your child, they will be heading up right through the center. So I'm going to give this over to the Storm Learning Communities to read the names and hand out the certificates.
Alrighty, so I will be reading the names. Again, if we can wait for applause, that would be great. Ready, Storm? Woo! All right, Josephine Almond, John Archibald, Lika Belenitska, Jonas Burrell, Craig Brenzuela, Louis Carcetti, Anderson Chung, Roscoe Krima, Adarsha Dangle, Zach Jarash, Anna Gonzalez-Smith, Mateo Groves, Isabella Jardine, Kyle Jolie, Trisha Kerr, Mackenzie Keenan, Sasha Keys, Addison Kim, Drew Ledger, and Sophia LaRusso. Woohoo!
All right, now for the second half of Storm, Leah Naod, Alex Nikolaev, Johnny Peng, Alec Popiel, Emerson Popiel, Megan Pryor, Samantha Rao, Izzy Reese Hansen, Liani Rodriguez, Harkirat Singh, Theo Strauss, Matthew Tuttle, Anthony Uy, Sky Verdolino, Nathan Wagner, Thomas Wright, and Daphne Yeshalaltai.
Now we will have the Fire Learning Community. Ms. Conroy?
Daniela Abanto, Mazen Abukalov, Victoria Andrade, Nayab Arshad, Ben Auerbach, Nev Vianney, Oliver Boyd, Ian Brumel, Nazir Canty, Nate Carlson, Mariella Carter, Claire Casella, Tadeo Cerezo Lazarabar, Rain Cole, Max Connor, Melissa Conti, Alan Cross Danette, Ethan Davis, Carl DeCastro, Wes Demers, Elliot Donlin, Bella Donovan, Emma Faust, Spencer Finn.
Savion Huntington Fishman, Sophia Garay, Annika Ghosh, Sophia Goes, Sophie Graham Green, Benjamin Hinckley, Nathan Isaacs, Ella Jacob, Kaylee Jensen, Claire Johnson, Finn Just, Jos Cayman Van Westen, Alexa Kennedy, Evangeline Lazan, Maya Levine, Sean Lee, Liliana Lowe, Izzy Margolius, Alexander McNeese, Oscar McNeese.
Quinlan McNulty Liu, Amalia Mead, Dylan Moline, Amanda Mickelson, Samuel Mara, Adrita Mukherjee, Sophia Newmark, Katrina O'Hagan, Neha Oak, George Papalides, James Pokris, Dylan Pritchett, Emil Shabilsky, Alexander Rogel, Nicholas Rudolph, Alfredo Reyes Jimenez, Suzanne Sagar, William Sandlin Brown.
Fiona Saunderson, Theodore Sheldon, Nikolai Shubachkin, Vanessa Simonow, that's all right, Avery Smith, Udo Sonin, Alexander Spingler, Liam Strom, they're hard to get, Jayla Thomas, Aradia Tipperaju, Lauren Wagner, Lily Walker, Jonah Weber, Camille Way, Kyle Wilson, Karen Yoda, Nicholas Zaragoza, Maya Joe.
Milana Zavanovich. Yep.
All right, Air Community, you guys are up. First up is Miss Hughes' group.
Nathan Aguirre, Kyle Aguirre, Angelina Cristobal, Haley Dow, Justin Grierson, Kai Hare, Lauren Hennebury, Jordan Lally, Rianne Lyons, Helgi Molly, Drew Paratori, Giselle Paus, Vera Sotelo Newhall, Mia Thess, Elliot Van Bar, and Jack Zambardino.
Thomas Carey, Tristan Choi, James Dingman, Nicholas Ferrara, Shinan Huang, Noah Lefebvre, Henry Manti, Akil Merchant, Kahili Onishi, Hike Papoyan, Keitaki Patuk, Eva Prahanidis, Maisie Rhines, Jack Sadowski, Maya Sheldon, Leo Taraski, Alex Trainer, Samantha Walsh, and Elena Wisniewski.
Asahi Adachi, Julian Bernstein Monson, Rowan Berner Murray, James Duffy, Sylvie Dutton, Addie Fiorina, Adeline Gilpin, Clara Hillian, Julie Hillian, Fiona Imrie, Evan Kelly, Horace Kennedy, Ian Lewis, Rand Markovsky, Alex Matos, Jack Moyer, Luke Mowbray, Eloisa Ortez Enriquez, Benjamin Pierce, Sydney Smith, Lucinda Thompson, and Kian Zaid.
Olivia Corbett, Quincy Crawford, Eve Dingman, Leo Fariberg, William Flanagan, Lucia Grunko, Owen Haglund, Oliver Hellman, Elizabeth Hink, Dennis Keneally, Adam Mullipin, Matthew Mullipin, Felix Nelson, Lily Penier Moses, Victoria Roslikova, Cleo Serafini, Piper Siegel, Eileen Smith, Nora Valerino, Stephen Weber, and Hannah Whiting.
Sam Agerback, Aiden Buck, Sophie Dalley, Tamagna Kamaraju, Cameron Levine, Margot McNally, James Potter, Max Sanders Salerno, Samuel Shiano, Zoe Weitzman.
Talia Askenazi, Daniel Burchik, Jen Choi, Peter Coherty, Maury Finlayson Jonicek, Celine Fisher, Jacob Hampton, Luke Headland, Gavin Mason, Henry Michael, Isaac Paget, Lex Skvonranek, Isla Solomon, Mia Vachik, Catherine Wolfson, Joy Yonter, and Evan Zhu.
Once again, congratulations to the class of 2021-2025 high school. We are now going to have them go out, and if they want to go to the backfield for a little snack and some ice cream, and if parents, if you'd like to have them meet back, but if we could just get them out first, that would be great. Thank you.